Would you donate your fecal matter to a loved one?
I've donated it to the sewer system on a daily basis.
That's not what I'm asking. Would you donate it if your loved one was like, look,
Which loved
the
one?
doctor, someone not your wife, someone not me, and I know you're like, well, you or my wife can definitely do a fecal transplant.
That's
but
the spice. I need to very safely control who has access to it.
Yeah. It's a limited number of people. We're just talking about how few people can kiss your dog. It's kind of the same thing. There's a short list, you know.
Yeah.
But outside of that, if they're like, look, we really need some powerful shit,
I might do it.
You just be nice.
Well, here you go, a little Tupperware. Do what you need.
Like, no, it has to be in my mouth.
Oh no.
Depends on who it is. Again.
It's a weird request to ask that I eat cans of corn the day before.
I need a fecal transplant onto my chest.
This is getting great now.
What is this, movie 43? Is that the name? I don't even know the number of
Yeah,
it.
movie 43, that was it, yeah.
Again, I ask that question. Why did people hate it? I think people would love it these days.
I think at that time, it was right around when the scary movies and all that had been exhausted and the over-the-top disaster type spoof movies were kind of being overdone. So that was kind of viewed as an extension of it, a gimmick movie that people were just like, eh. But definitely looking back on it, it's pretty solid. You just really have to give it a chance.
Balls on the chin. Oh my God, dude. That's every time I see that where it starts up, I die immediately. I'm like, oh my God, dude, I lose my shit. I cannot hold it. I think the with Anna Faris one, that one's cool too, because she literally wants to shit on her boyfriend because she loves him so much.
Well, she wants him to poop on her. And
that's
he's like,
right.
just let me shit on you.
And
she's like, you would never want to. Why would you shit on me? I want you to poop on me. She's offended because he wants to shit on her.
And she just wants poop, right? I love poop.
Yeah.
The homeschool one. That one's fucking hilarious, dude. It's very disturbing, but it's hilarious, dude.
The kid whose parents are just like giving him the full teenage experience.
Like his mom makes out with him. His dad teases him in the locker room.
Yeah.
And it's Liv Schreiber, dude. That was another fucking thing that made it hilarious. His dad, there's a sexual overtone to their interaction a couple times. And he turns out to be the bear, right?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
And then of course the apple woman, right? It was supposed to be an apple woman, and it's got like blades inside the vagina. It's like a fan. Because that's where the only place they could put a fan at, but nerds kept sticking their dicks in the fan port.
Oh, like the Apple product. Yeah, the iHuman, but it was naked and everyone wanted to just fuck it.
That, I would say, it was ahead of its time, dude. Like, that was literally ahead of its time.
I feel like somebody wrote that sketch just because they're like, I want to have a naked woman on set all week.
Maybe.
Just standing there doing nothing.
The Leprechaun was pretty fucking hilarious, right?
Yeah. Yeah, the entire movie was pretty solid. Just a good little series of sketches.
Oh, man.
Are you excited? Are you excited for the new Scary Movie? Do you think the Wayans brothers are going to mess it up?
Do they have it back? Did you ever see that whole backstory
Yeah, they're going to have
that?
it. It's going to be them.
How, like, it got stolen from them, pretty much. I'm sure they made some money on it, but I don't think they owned very much of it, and it kind of got took away from them and produced by other people.
Yeah.
That's kind of what Fox did to In Living Color back in the day. It's, if you look at the way Hollywood's treated the Wayans sometimes, like, they've had success, and this sounds like some bullshit liberal stuff, but you could tell that they fucked with them because they're black, dude, and they just think they can steal their shit sometimes. Like, and they do this to white people too, steal their intellectual property. But it seems like it was a little bit more nefarious because they were in Hollywood and they were the first successful comedy like black producers, black producers of the modern times, you know.
Yeah.
And they launched a bunch of other people that, you know, are doing mainstream stuff that's just not focused on the black audience, which I think is very cool. And then back in the 90s, too, I didn't see myself as a black or urban audience. I just was a kid who loved this fucking comedy show because it was so fucking ruthless, dude, is the reason why I loved it.
And Living Color?
Yeah, and when you're that age, that is the type of base humor that you think is the best, you know?
Yeah.
And there's a time and a place in your life for all that shit.
I was lucky to grow up at a time when Jackass was that.
That was, you know, Jackass was that for you, right?
Yeah. Wild Boys.
Did you ever envision where, because really, eventually, because of mobile phones and how prevalent video is now, it's like you don't need video. Like, you literally need nothing to make a Jackass except for find the right producer and then,
find a Jackass.
Yeah, right. And you can make your own donkey show.
But in that vein of, you know, making that out on a limb cringe humor at your own expense and making yourself look bad, I'm curious to see what you think of this type of prank that I found.
And real quick, Steve-O.
Stevo?
You could argue that Steve-O and Johnny Knoxville, it has been one of the most unhealthiest things they've ever done is to be a part of Jackass, right?
Yeah, for sure.